It's BLM here, back with more Horizon Forbidden West. We're still doing side content. It's been a while actually since I last recorded, and really just wanted to chill out tonight. So I was like, you know what, let's do an episode of Horizon. It's already pretty late, to be honest, and I'll probably go to sleep immediately after this episode, but whatever. So yeah, as of the last episode, I just tagged all of the equipment I'm currently using, and I think at some point I'll upgrade everything. I'll probably go ahead and I'll probably at some point do the arenas. Well, actually, the arenas I think I'm gonna save for stream. I think that's why I decided, right? So on my after Survivor finale, I typically do a stream that isn't associated with whatever series I'm currently doing. So we'll probably just do some arena stuff while talking about the finale. But yeah, so for these more impromptu videos like this, we'll probably just do more of getting these, upgrading these other things. What are we doing here? Let's do that. Why not? But yeah, so I really want to do this kind of an update video too, because I think it's been 10 days, 9 or 10 days since I did my last episode here, and I've kind of been doing what I said I was going to do, where I'm really just kind of I'm working hard on making on writing videos and stuff right now. Shit, that's not what I need. Whatever, we'll get it anyway. I don't think that's what I need there. Whatever. Oh, that's a vulture. Okay. Wait, where's the other thing? Did it disappear on me? Oh, there's also horned lizard skin here. The horned lizard? What is that? That's not horned lizard. I will hit it anyway. But yeah, I've kind of been doing what I said I was gonna do. So again, if you don't know what happened, I did finish work on playing the games of 2021 that I was gonna bother playing. Which since then I have recorded and edited that video as well. But since that was done, I don't really have any games I need to play right now. I'm kind of at a spot where I'm really far behind on my reality TV videos. So that's taking more of a priority right now. So I'm just working really hard on those. I'm trying to get caught up on my Survivor 42 script. Fuck. I'm working on my Survivor 42 script. I got caught up on BB Can. I'm doing all that stuff. Something annoying that's happened in the last couple days is the fact that I did lose. Fuck. Or I did end up breaking the keyboard on my laptop, which is. Oh, I'm not even in the right area anymore. You know what? Fuck. I'm not even gonna bother this. But I did end up breaking the keyboard on my laptop by spilling a drink on it. To where I just decided, fuck it, let's buy a new laptop. So I did buy one. It's currently on its way, but because of that, I'm kind of without. I'm kind of in a spot where I can't edit anything, and can't. I can't do a lot of my normal stuff right now, which is kind of annoying. It kind of plays into me doing this right now. Is that a prairie dog? Nope. It's a rabbit. I still hit it anyway. Fuck. God damn it. I don't know what these are. What are these? Wait, what? These spawned in front of me. They both despawn? That's annoying. A vulture. Another vulture. A rabbit. I don't know if that's helpful at all, though. Oh, yes. Kind of. Okay. So it looks like you have to pick it up, like, right away. If you want it. Ooh, I got it. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been working on recently, but again, that product's been kind of halted, which has been annoying. But yeah, I mean, it's supposed to arrive on Monday, but it still hasn't shipped, and it's Friday night, so that's kind of worrying. Not that, I mean, to be fair, like, that one day is not going to matter that much, but I kind of need it for sure by, what day is that? By Wednesday. Like, if I don't have it by Wednesday, then that's where it's getting a bit worrying. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Oh, is there a workbench up here? That kind of works out. We might as well quick save. There's no harm in that, right? Okay. Wait, what was it that we can upgrade? This. Is it not one of these? Oh, yeah, there. Nothing else. Okay. Wait, let's see. Oh, that's a prairie dog. Wait, what? It disappeared. Oh, fuck off. Oh, I think it's because it's on a cliff or whatever. I probably want to use this stuff for right? Yeah, so again, like, we're kind of still in that spot. There's still no game I need to play. I am thinking about doing a Don't Nod ranking, though. At some point, which there's a couple games I need to play for that. There is something else. What's the other thing? And when I get around to playing, to when I need to replay Horizon Zero Dawn, we'll do that. But it might not be for a little bit still. I think, really, like, I need to get caught up on all these waves. I'm thinking, like, probably for another month at least. I'm probably not going to be back on this channel that consistently. Again, I'll still do videos like this, where I still would like to do, like, these like these one-off things where I'm just doing side content. But yeah, like as a whole though, don't expect too many videos on here. Dang, it fucking really cares. Alright, so that didn't do much for me. But whatever. What the fuck? Oh, I actually got it. Okay. Alright, so that's enough for a quiver. Where's that? Over there. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Got a new laptop. Waiting for that to arrive. It's better than my current one in every single way, so at least that's something. Even though it was fucking, like, what, $700 by the end of it. And quick draw. What is that? Oh, that's the horned lizard. Oh, okay. Gonna upgrade that. Where's that? What's this one? Still need prairie dog. Just a rabbit. I didn't give us anything. Okay. It's a rabbit, vulture, pigeon. Alright, nothing useful there. What? Are these both? Okay. Wait, what? It's not a horned lizard. Okay. Nothing. What? Oh. Fucking bomb satchel. I don't need to use that though, but whatever. But yeah, tonight I was working on the BB, getting caught up on BB-Can again, and really just didn't feel like doing that much. And I recorded some of my Survivor 42 review earlier today, and I was busy earlier in the day, so I was like, I don't feel like doing anything else. So that's why we're here. I don't see anything else. I don't care enough to just stay in this one area the entire time. What is that? Okay. Guess we'll pick up whatever we find, just because, considering how many arrows we're using, I guess you never really know how long this can take. This is the ideal, but yeah, we're already kind of low on just that. That's another drop. I wasn't even pushing the right one. So we got. Fuck, we didn't get it. Whatever. Did I not get enough? Yes.
Happy to see me?
What? I don't know. What is this? Oh, that's the pits. Let's see. I still have all these jobs equipped, right? Why does it not seem like there's that many on the map? This is Prairie Dog. I mean, I guess we'll try to get this again. Just a rabbit. It's another rabbit, right? Vulture. Vulture. Another rabbit.
Cannot catch a break from this heat.
I don't see any. Oh, is that it? I think that's one. God damn it. There we go. Okay. So that was something. Alright. Okay. Might as well go here. Okay. Any more prairie dog? Rabbits are so common here. Oh. Yeah. Vulture. Crow. Parrot. Little rabbit. I feel like I'm just wasting time at this point. Okay, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna bother. Alright, let's do that one, I guess. At this point, I might as well listen to the podcast. So we'll probably go for another 30
We've seen
minutes.
Chanel go out. We've seen Tori go out. So we're down to 8. And it doesn't seem like that there is enough players at this point in time for him to, make a flip without adding more to his numbers.
That's true, but we're seeing him orchestrate the tribal votes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if it's the second or third time that the move has been given to him.
Yeah.
I say it that way because, the edit can do all kinds of things, but we are understanding him to be the mastermind often, right, of these votes. Kind of, we're seeing his deception, right? We're seeing him say one thing to someone and then another thing to us as the audience. And I think when that's happening, Survivor's kind of making the call to give us some of his strategy, which, I'm not an Edgic person necessarily, but I just think we're being primed to understand him to just be very, very good at manipulating the pawns out there and making it work in his favor. So I can only anticipate that that's going to continue.
But what do you think his move is? Like, so he has, some pieces. We've certainly seen that he has a lot of ability to be able to make things happen. But if you were Omer right now, what do you want to have happen next?
Yeah.
Because he's in the Taku group. Like, there are players that okay, next move is get out Jonathan. But I don't know if that necessarily serves Omer's purposes in the game.
That's a good call. I don't know that I've thought through what his motivation would be, because he made the move, right? His move was Roxroy, and that was great. I just think, like I said, I think he's in tight with Romeo, he's in tight with Hai. I think Mike might be expendable to him, but Mike is floundering now because now Mike is on the hook for exactly what he knew he was going to be on the hook for, right? Now people are going to question Mike's loyalty because he gave Roxroy his word, and now he's shown to be a backstabber. And maybe Omar just leverages that and galvanizes everyone against Mike. I don't know. I think Omar can just move through the rest of these people, because he's just in that spot. He's just in that spot. Well, that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, I think I would agree on Mike being the person I think you would want to target next if you're Omer, because I think that for if you are Omer and you take out Mike, I think Mike is sort of like the bridge to some other options for Jonathan. And so I think if you're Omer, I think you want to keep my bottom people and my Taku people. I think you want to keep as many of them in the game as possible. And Mike is sort of if you take Mike out, Mike was sort of like the bridge to Hai also. And that was a final 3 that was talked about. Are Jonathan and Hai on, very good terms without Mike also being in the middle? I think that's probably the person, if you're Omer, I think you want to target the most.
Yeah, I mean, and in the spirit of making the transition, I don't know that the power center is going to be him. I think he'll be able to move with it, but I think now the power center is Drea. And I just think they pulled that move. They also they're another pair that I think are going to maybe, hopefully, if I can hope for something, hopefully going to work together, right, and move through the game.
Which pair, Jamal?
That group, Drea and Mary.
Yeah. Well, coming out of that tribal council, that's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen next. Because for Drea and Marion, they really had not been working together. They had some friction even a couple of weeks ago, even though they had been to Shipwheel Island, even though they were both the idol people. But I think there must be now a lot of pressure on them, because now even if they are not working together, now I think that there are going to be a lot of players in the game who now are going to assume that they are working together, and I think that speaks to a lot of what Drea and Marianne were talking about at the Tribal Council.
Right. But here's the thing, and this is exactly why Survivor is so cool, how it evolves. Yes, you would think classic Survivor rule, pairs, duos are targets. You want to split them up because they're too powerful together. But I will say I don't see Hai, Romeo, and Omer being threatened by Marianne and Drea's bond that they expressed to us during the tribal. I think they're on board. We'll see. I don't know how it plays out, but I just think that this group, right, Lindsay, Jonathan, Marianne, and Drea are going to go back and pair up and match up, or go back to one tribe with these other 4 guys, right? That's going to happen, and then the story's going to be told about what took place. And I just don't think that the telling of that story is going to trigger most of the rest of the tribe to turn on Marianne and Drea. I just think they're going to be on board with that and move through the rest of the group. If it's not Jonathan, maybe Lindsay. If it's not Lindsay, maybe Mike. Right? I think that hopefully that becomes the power center is kind of my prediction now as I'm talking this through with you. I think I've arrived at what I can make this a prediction about.
Okay,
I think
so
that's
you feel
the
like
bonding.
So coming out of the tribal council, Drea and Marianne have like a little bit of a new understanding, and they are looking to the 3 people who came together to vote out Roxroy. Now, my only question is now, what is Drea's? Because Drea, did not like that Roxroy got taken out of the game. That she had this been like everybody been together, I think she would have wanted a heads up about what was going to happen with Roxroy. So is she in any way want retribution for, hey, who was responsible for taking out my ally in Roxroy?
No. That's not how this is going to play out for her. And the reason why I feel strongly about that is I think we just saw Drea go through a metamorphosis right in front of our eyes, right? I wrote down some of her key phrases, right, as she was processing. You can see her process, right? Sure. I really like Drea. You can see it all over her face. She's just completely like calculating like what just happened here. And she says things like, go back to the drawing board. She says things like, where do I fit in? She says things like, I'm experiencing a reset, right? What else did she say? She said she's going to play the game strategically how it should be played, right? So she's giving us all this language that says to me she's in a new headspace about the game for herself. I don't think she's vengeful. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's going to play that game. I think she went through it. She felt some kind of way about it. I don't even know that it was about Roxroy the person for her, right? As she was going through her realization, I think it was just about the image, right? And being shown to be complicit in this pattern that she has observed, which is what she told us, right? I'm just listening to her. This is not even me doing too much analysis, right? She told us, like, she notices that there are a few instances now in Survivor history where it's boom, boom, boom. She said it literally. All the black players at some point get taken out. And because that got, like, raised to the surface for her, right? She decided to take a different tact with how she was playing the game and reassess who she trusts in the game. I don't know what the result of that is going to be. I just laid out what I hope it is, but I don't think it's going to be who took out Roxroy. Now I'm angry at you. I'm going to go try to vote you out, because that would mean her getting, with Jonathan and Lindsay and Mike and trying to vote out Hai and that crew. And I just don't see that being all that motivating for Drea.
Yeah. Because in addition to, trying to figure out, who took out Roxroy, and this was something we didn't really get to see in the episode because there was a lot going on. And I got into it a little bit with Tori in her exit interview. Did it become abundantly clear to Drea that also the people that were at her tribal council, not only was she concerned, hey, I don't want to be the third black player sitting on the jury, but did she have the realization? Oh, they are trying to put me as the third person. There's not just a chance. This was the plan here tonight to do that.
And that right there.
So these are the two.
Is what is so frustrating about the conversation about this whole thing.
Which one's
about
the
race
Vanguard?
and is she using the race card and
oh, this is Vanguard. We should do that one.
She's like reading into it and she's calling her tribes racist and all that stuff. At the end of the day, she was right.
Yeah.
She was right? So it's not like, oh, you're just being paranoid and blah, blah, blah. Like, not that she was right that they were trying to get her out because she's black. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But she was right that she was the target. And she was right to be fearful that she was going to be the third round person on the jury. That she was correct about.
Yeah.
Right? And so when people say, oh, just let them play the game, let's not bring race into it, like they're just, bringing in things of the world that shouldn't be part of Survivor, how about what Drea brought into the game is what saved her in the game? And she just calculated for herself, wow, I thought it was going to be Romeo. It was Roxroy. I kind of see myself having been working with Roxroy because Roxroy told us that he is actually working with Drea. Everybody knows I've been working with Roxroy, and if they got him out, maybe they're looking to get me out. So none of that calculation is about race. That's just game, right? And this has been my point with you from last season too. Is race just becomes another factor, right? It just becomes another item that gets chewed up by the mechanics of Survivor. You know what I mean? So, like, what is the difference necessarily, right, between Drea being like, wow, I see an ally member over there who happens to be black like me, versus somebody who is like, oh, I'm in a guy's alliance and now I see that they're going for the big guys. Or they took out Marianne with an idol. I have an idol. Now I'm paranoid that they might be coming for me, right? It's just a similarity that you see people getting voted out and you see yourself in that same category and you get paranoid. Because, like, oh, racist.
All right, I'm going to move closer to the screen here because I'm a bit far away. Okay, that was just moving. And yeah, there we go.
The people in the game bring their full selves to the game, right? And that's how I see it in terms of how Drea was kind of processing what was going on for her. And I just think that the most vindicating thing about the whole thing is that she was correct. And it worked, and she's still there.
Of course, she was correct, and also like that group also was like in the way of having like Marianne the person who was like, okay, we're gonna tell Drea you're voting for Marianne. Like it was also being set up where like had Drea like had the presence of mind to play her idol in the original plan, Marianne would have been the person to go home. And Lindsay, had the presence of mind to say, like, hold on a second, like, let's change this. What are we doing here? We're putting, Marianne into a dangerous position here, where had it gone with Jonathan's original plan, Drea plays her idol, and Marianne could have been the third black player on the jury.
Yeah, but see, this is why Jonathan is hilarious this episode. First of all, hilarious moment. I don't know if you like. It really behooves everyone who watches Survivor to just go ahead and watch every episode twice, because it gets so much more context for what you already know happens when you rewatch those conversations. So when I went back and watched Jonathan try to do his whole thing where he's like telling Marianne that she's gonna be the decoy vote, but we're actually voting for Drea, and then trying to like pull everybody into this plan. And then Lindsay just says, like, okay, so Drea plays her idol, now what? We lose Marianne, who has an idol and a vote, an extra vote, and now what do we do? And there's this beat, right? And then Jonathan is like, let's think about that.
Yeah, no, we did it. We're ahead of you.
Yeah, let's think about that. That's an interesting theory you have there, Lindsay. But that's not how it would have played out, though, right? Because now if we continue to think it through, Drea plays her idol. Right. Marianne knows she's the decoy vote. Marianne plays her idol, right? Like, what ended up happening would have happened.
Yes.
If Jonathan's plan was carried through, because of course Drea was going to sniff that out, I think. I think Drea was going to play that idol. I think she wasn't sure, and then Roxroy kind of tipped her over, and I just think she would have played it. Marianne would have seen her play it, felt vulnerable, because is she really going to trust that now that Drea plays it, Jonathan and Lindsay are going to vote Tori now and not vote her, but they're idol hunting in terms of they're hunting the people with idols. You know what I'm saying? I just think that Marianne's paranoia would have gotten the best of her too, and her idol would have been played. So yeah, Lindsay was 100% correct to challenge this cockamamie plan that Jonathan was hashing for himself.
Yeah, and the fact that he used for everybody hey, well, we're going after blank because they have an idol. Not a great idea to say that to people who have idols.
Not a good idea. And he said it to both of them.
He said it to both of them.
It's really, really silly. So, I want to take a step back, though, because I love Jonathan. I have been a huge fan of Jonathan. I think he is an incredible athlete, an amazing beast of a challenge competitor, and a really, really nice person. Really, really nice person. Surprisingly so, right? Because I think we all had our assumptions about what the big, strong man is going to be like out there. And just to be sympathetic for a second, it is very easy to edit a man on a tribe with all women.
What the fuck?
That he was edited. I believe that he was doing what we saw. I believe that he was being a little pushy, a little bit forceful with his plan, and it wasn't thought all the way through. I think all that stuff happened, but I think that Jonathan hate is a little bit much, because I don't think that's who he is. I think he was just a genuinely kind of dense survivor strategist who just got caught trying to do too much for what he was thinking through.
Sure. Yeah. I think that for the moments back in camp, on an episode when Roxroy is talking about, hey, let's go with the all men's alliance. I think it sort of gets lumped in that. I think that really where Jonathan ends up getting a lot more criticism comes, I think, from the council and accusing Drea of being aggressive. I think she's I forget it. I don't want to say it wrong, but she is that just being aggressive and you are being aggressive. She says, don't make it seem like and then he says you are being aggressive. Yeah, and I think that's where that he lost a lot of his fans in that moment.
And that makes complete sense. So let me do a PSA right now. We're going to cancel something, Rob, you and I together. Okay. So as of April 28th, 2022, we are canceling the act of calling black women aggressive.
Okay.
It's finished. It's done. It's over.
Sorry. It's canceled. Yeah.
You cannot do it anymore. It doesn't make sense. And look, even if you're not understanding or you don't think you're right, and you just mean that she's being a little bit, forceful with her words, say that. Say that. Because if you call a black woman aggressive, you are a huge history of things that you don't understand that you're doing. And if all of that doesn't make any sense to you, just think about clarity, okay? If you want to be clear about what you're trying to express, just say that this woman is being
I need more anyway,
this woman is being passionate about what she's talking about. But to call a black woman aggressive is just not good anymore. It's over. Stop it. We're all done with it. Okay, and another one. So we're done with black women aggressive. And we're also done with the term nice guard. April 28th, 2022, the term or the phrase, you're playing the race card. then it shuts down the conversation. So if you are actually interested, right, in having a conversation about,
Snow brought the chill.
Was race a factor there? What was it necessary to read into someone's motivations or intentions when they said this or that? It's a fine conversation to have. But as soon as you say, oh, well, she just played the race card because she wants sympathy, or he just played the race card because he wants an advantage. No person of color wants to, quote unquote, play the race card. No person of color wants to highlight for us all the ways in which we think our race is a factor in how we're being treated or what our experience is, okay? We would prefer that it was not a factor, but the patterns and the glaring discrepancies just make it impossible to consider other options, or at least makes it a very strong possibility that it is. And so if you use that phrase, just know that you are triggering a lot of other things that you might not be intending to, but I suspect you probably are. And so we can go ahead and say, from this point forward, anyone who says that is doing it in bad faith, right? They don't have good intentions in the conversation about race. So don't call black women aggressive. Don't use the term race card. We'll be all the better a society for it. Decree made here on
I would hope that in
Ravager
2022,
Stormbird
need to say that, but thank you for all of that. From Jonathan's perspective, being in the heat of the moment there, I understand the natural human tendency to push back against I think he said, "Hey, whoa, are you calling us racist?" And she said, "Racist? I didn't say that. That's not what I'm saying. It's not that you're hearing it wrong." But you can understand that there is that knee jerk reaction, and I can just say from my personal experience in Survivor the Amazon, that we had a guy Dan Liu who was in the tribe, and that him and Ryan didn't get along with some of the older guys in the tribe. Dan talked about it at tribal council about how he's I think I'm being, and I don't remember his exact words, but I think I'm being discriminated against because I'm a different affiliation person from it. And I very quickly said, I can assure you, that is not
This will break my fall.
as talking about anybody's race here. Now, look, this is 20 years ago. I like to feel I've learned a lot more in that time. Was anybody talking about Dan's race? At least not in my presence, but there was a clip of one of the other players making a joke at his expense.
Am I stuck? I think I'm stuck. I think that's a bit overstating it for most people. I think most people don't even think that much into it. What is that? Nothing.
Find the parts I need.
Oh, is it already back?
Frost will make it break.
I didn't get anything from that.
I better loot all the books. I should check out a website.
Yeah. And we only have to go think back to last season remember when the black players in the game.
Okay, we're pretty close.
And people didn't like that. Here, the black players in the game didn't make an alliance against any of the other players. Andrea said is we don't want to all be voted out in a row, if that's possible. And you know what's so crazy about? So just to drop into Twitter troll world for a second. One of their favorite things to do is to post pictures of Roxroy and Marianne or Andrea voting for Chanel, right? To say like, what are you talking about? You voted out Chanel. You were contributing to black players being voted out, or whatever. It is somehow they're making a connection to that, like validates what we're saying now. I don't know, but that all that says to me is that they were doing exactly what they wanted to be doing, which was to play the game for themselves, right? Like they weren't considering race, right? They were like, she needs to threat, she needs to go. I'm gonna vote for her. I'm gonna play the game. Right? Like,
Oh fuck! I didn't think I would actually die from that.
we all require them to do who might have an issue with race being at the center of black players' games. And yet, when confronted with the reality that they might be contributing to this pattern that they're seeing,
I don't know. Do I want to bother
they
doing
had to take a
everything
second.
here?
And so let's switch to Marianne for a second and just marvel at her composure and her ability to articulate to us her perspective and what it meant for her to represent and her biggest fear, right? She explained it to us. She said her biggest fear on the game was not going home with an idol in her pocket. It wasn't, some embarrassing vote out or whatever. It was sitting there in the face of injustice and being fearful and not doing anything
Because
Um,
we got clued in to some of the weight that these particular black players were carrying because of their experience. And I don't know, I just get exasperated because people keep saying this is not Survivor, this is not what the game should be, like it should go back to blah blah blah, and Raceball has said something, but like that's not what Survivor is. Okay, Survivor is watching human beings with all of their complexity, all of their experiences, all of their identities, all of their traumas, right, all of their humor, all of their beauty, try to play this weird, strange game and bring their full selves to it, right? And so I just have to laugh at the fact that, you know, Roxroy can say, hey, you know, redemption is really important to me, and so I'm going to make decisions based on my, like, belief in redemption. And Mike can say, hey, I want to form an alliance with this guy because we get it. You know, me and Jonathan, we're bros. We come from the same, you know, cut from the same cloth. And we can see all these examples of connection, all these examples of people bringing themselves into the game and making decisions not strategically, but based on who they are and who other people are.
Alright, I mean, I guess we'll just end here. Fuck it. I want to find a good spot that I can get a shelter and upgrade the thing, but whatever. So we'll end here. I'll be back at some point, maybe. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure when. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not. Depending on how I feel after work. I stream on Sunday. Probably not Monday. We'll see. We'll see where it ends up. But for now, thanks for watching.